sitting at home, you probably look at this big tom turkey ambling across the field and you think, that's interesting. And on videotape, it is interesting. But if you're a turkey hunter, you've been sitting on the edge of this field since daylight, hey, this is more than interesting. This is really exciting. Michigan's wild turkey population has exploded in recent years. DNR biologists like Al Stewart have not only studied turkey biology, but over the years, Al has taught quite a few newcomers how to hunt turkeys.
Now, how do you always bring map books. And a lot of people, experts like you, talk about using a map. What in the heck can you learn from a map about where the turkeys are? Or how do you use a map in turkey hunting?
Well,
you grab that county map right there. How is that going to help a turkey hunter?
well, part of this, one of the best places to start to look for turkeys is, areas in here where you have a river bottom going along, creek bottoms, water sources, small swamps. Those are areas where you want to start to look for turkeys because for whatever reason, the birds like to roost along areas where there's some water, some moisture.
So
that's not every time, but many times that's where they...
So you'll use the map to look for maybe state land you're going to hunt on, or like here, Manistee National Forest, and look for water courses,
right.
Swampy areas.
That's the first place you tend to look.
Now, once you drive there, park your car, get out, what do you look for?
Well, then you start to look for turkey sign where you can find, any tracks or feathers. You can find an old feather like this.
Well, this feather, what does this feather tell you if you find this feather on the ground?
That feather will tell you that there's a tom in the area.
And how do you know?
You can tell that because of the black tipping on the edge of the breast feather there. A hen's would be brownish tipped or a lot lighter in color. The other you can do is, when you're looking for the tracks, you can see, big turkey feet usually belong to toms and small turkey feet belong to hens.
But I mean, you're not going to have an area that's all hens and no toms.
All you have to do is find turkey sign. Because
So
if
you're
you
looking for
find,
turkey sign.
you're looking for turkey sign. If you find hens, then the toms aren't too far behind because they're also looking for the hens.
Okay, so you look for feathers, for tracks. Oh, what about the dust bowls where they go fluff their feathers?
There's usually some sandy areas or ant hills that turkeys go in and they dust and they just, that's really a kind of a way for them to clean themselves a little bit. And those are real common places. Those are places where you'll find feathers fairly easily because they shed a few feathers at that point.
So once you find there are turkeys in this area, what do you do then?
Well, once you've located where there are some turkeys, then you have to determine where the tom is. And one of the best ways to do that is, get up early in the morning before sunrise and get in the area where you've seen this turkey sign and then listen for the birds to gobble. The toms will, first thing in the morning, usually gobble at least once or twice, and a lot of times they'll gobble every couple of minutes. You can encourage a bird to gobble. One of the best ways to do that is with an owl hooter, or, hoot like an owl. Most people do it with their own voice, but you can also...
Own voice like how? Can you give me an owl hoot?
You can hoot with your own voice fairly easily.
Give me a hoot.
Sort of. You can do that loud enough,
that
and
was pretty good.
You can hear birds. Birds will respond to that. If you're unable to do that, then you can make your own owl hooter just out of a tin can and a piece of copper tubing.
That's it?
That's it. A lot of times a bird will gobble to that. I've had birds gobble to the slamming of car doors. So.
Now, as a hunter, what do you do? it's your opening day.
Well, if you've spent, if you've done your homework and you've found these birds and you've got a bird where you know where it's roosted, you probably have also looked around on your maps or where you walked around and found some openings in the forest or a logging trail that's a little bit more open that the bird comes out and displays in. So, like anything else, the best place to be is between where the turkey is and where he wants to go.
This being a high point, I think the toms, they really like it because they can get up here, they can display and strut, and they do that for the benefit of the hens, and the hens can see them, from anywhere. They can be quite a ways out, and the hens can see them. They also have a vantage point for predators or anything that comes along. They see it and they can get out of here quick.
Real quick out of here.
Yeah.
It's not hard cover down below either.
The bird's main mode of defense is its eyesight. That's what it uses to tell whether there's danger around. And there's a lot of things out there that can eat some turkeys.
Is that what this outfit and all this camo is about?
Camouflage is real important when you have something like you want to certainly dress in all camouflage, but when you're setting out in the woods, you want to pick an area that you're not sitting in real thick brush. You want an area that's fairly open so that you can see and the bird can see and feel comfortable. Turkey isn't going to go into really thick brush looking for a hen because that's probably not where a hen would be, because there are other things out there that want to eat turkeys.
If this area right behind you, these pine trees here, and it's fairly open around it, is this something you would snuggle up into a pine tree? Or what would you do?
I think I'd probably sit against a larger tree like one of the ones beside us here.
So
and sit
an oak
right
tree
up
or something like
against it.
that?
Yeah, a tree that's usually as wide as my shoulders or wider. That's what I look for. What you want to do is be, very well camouflaged, your face, your hands, and be reasonably open. Again, because that's where the turkeys want to be. And the bottom line is that you don't move. That's probably the most critical aspect of sitting and waiting for a turkey to come into you. You want to be able to sit comfortably and be able to sit comfortably for a long period of time.
Hunting in the rain is sometimes necessary. See, Michigan hunters have to pre-register for our turkey hunting permits, and the seasons are sometimes relatively short, so hunters have to hunt when they can. Sometimes the gobblers are active, they cooperate, they come into the call, or at least they show up at the places they've been using recently, but they're not always predictable. Sometimes the tom turkeys won't cooperate. They won't answer the calls. Usually it's the brown-headed hens like these that aren't on the nests that keep the toms occupied. That's when hunting is tough, because the toms won't answer a call. Other times, they won't come in. Oh, it's frustrating when they answer your call, but they keep walking away, going wherever they feel like going, but not coming towards you. And some hunters and some successful turkey hunting guides say that if the toms won't come to you, you have to make a few calls like a hen, then move a few feet to make the tom think that you're a hen that's coming his way.
That's a pretty good tactic. You have to be very careful when you're utilizing that for several reasons. One is turkeys can see very well, and that's their main mode of defense. And so when you make that move, you jeopardize yourself in letting the turkey know that, gee, there's something else out here. Mm-hmm. Again, they're looking for ground predators and some avian predators as well. They're looking for any movement that isn't a hen turkey, things on the ground, or there are things out there that want to eat them. So,
including a turkey hunter.
Yeah, and they're delicious to eat.
Are they really that much better than the old butterball?
Well, I think they are.
I know it. That's what I was. Why is that? They don't have the fat on them.
No, they don't have as much fat, but they have a much better flavor to them than a butterball.
So, do you, when a turkey comes in and you're out there hunting in your last season, you've done all this elaborate preparation, you have all these calls, all this expertise, here's the beards of two turkeys. A huge, I would call it very huge tom. I mean, this is a trophy turkey beard, and this is a little Jake. Now, the Jake comes in, You think about the butterball, you think about the taste of the turkey. Do you shoot the first one you see? Do you wait for a big one? What's your attitude after?
Well, if you have the opportunity to, shoot a turkey and you get a bird within, 15 yards, that doesn't come to a lot of people very often. So if you're interested in shooting a turkey, in Michigan, a legal turkey is a bearded bird. And if you can tell that it's a tom and adjacent, an association with that, then...
Have you passed up Jake saying, I'm waiting for a big one?
I have had the opportunity to do that on a few occasions. Yeah.
Have you generally regretted it by the end of the season? Or
Like I said, anytime you can get a turkey within 15 yards of you,
it'd be a
you've
good idea to
accomplished-
take it.
You've accomplished an awful lot. And to even have a hen come in that close, just to have the experience of having a bird that close to you, that's
The excitement
what
is
being
worth it,
in the
yeah.
woods is all about. And that's what turkey hunting is all about. Again, most of the people that go out are not going to shoot a turkey, but everybody will be successful in one way or another.
We're not very far offshore here, but already we've encountered a first pressure crack. This is called a pressure crack, where the ice buckles up against itself, sometimes separates. We're looking down through here, John. I think you can see the water and the ground right there, the bottom. Keith, come here, tell me, am I going in any danger stepping on this?
Well, that's some fairly thick ice right there, but the water isn't very deep at this point, at this pressure void here. But as we get out further, there are a number of these pressure voids as we go out farther and farther into the bay. And sometimes they open up, and that's why we're going to kind of watch the wind direction a little bit today, because this is the kind of day where if it got really, really strong, it could potentially break a chunk of it off and move the ice out. And then they have to get the helicopter rescue.
Yeah. So what we're looking at down here is, this looks like where the ice is jammed up. It's blown
Right, yeah,
in.
It's pushed it in, and it's just literally butted right up against itself. Just mere pressure from wind coming in from the northeast on the bay, and it forces right against this ice, and it breaks it, fractures it, and then as we get a wind direction from another direction, it breaks it apart, and that's how we get these fissures out here. And
Now, what about this right here? We have a crack going down here
just
that...
another pressure void here. It's refrozen, up over the last few days, and you can see where the water's come up through it, and it's just refrozen in between. Those we don't worry about too much. It's the ones that are broken like this that are thin ice. They've just been frozen overnight. They might be 1.5 foot, 2 foot wide. You got to really be careful then. But when you go across, you could potentially put a snowmobile through them, and
Okay.
that's the ones we watch the most.
Now we're set to fish. We're out here a couple miles off of the state park here. We have the hot pond right down there. We are fishing, I suppose. What is this ice? Over a foot, 14, 16 inches, Keith?
14 inches ice, about 15 foot of water.
Okay, now the guy that I'm fishing with is not just your average Joe fisherman. I mean, last year you took the 5th largest walleye in the state.
That's right.
Last night, talk about should have been here yesterday. Last night you were out here fishing. There were 20 guys, you say, in your group. There were 4 walleye caught.
That's right.
Who caught 3 of them?
I did.
And not only that, we have a photo of this fish. You caught a walleye that it was, what, 12 pounds?
12. Well, actually, the first weight was 12.47. They weighed it at the Shiver the next day at 12.26 for official weight for the Shiver on the river. And from past records, I believe it's the largest one ever caught in the Shiver on the river in the past 6 years. And that put me in first place.
So you're in first place now. That's the fish to beat of all times. So everything the guy says, I'm going to follow. We're out here with a hole that is a double width hole because he plans on catching big fish. Show us how we're going to rig up, Keith.
Okay. Well, this is just your standard Swedish pimple. It's a white and orange color. The water's a little bit murky today, so you want to try to get as much flash and color down there to attract the fish. And this seemed to work real well yesterday. This is what I caught the 3 fish on yesterday. And I've got
very lure.
this very lure. I'm letting you use it today.
I am honored. Fish! Fish! He's got one. All right. Oh, he does have a good one.
Yeah.
Oh, boy, that's a nice one, too. Oh, Keith, my man. Look at that. And he took the stinger.
Yep, got it right in the lower part of the mouth there.
Awesome.
Try to get it out of there. Boy, he wasn't getting off or nothing.
Okay, now what was it like? Was it a hard hit?
Yeah, he came right in and hit it hard. He just, I mean, as soon as I dropped it, it's on the lift, he hit it hard.
Boy, that's a nice looking walleye.
Yep.
Clean, no
Yeah.
spots.
This is about maybe 2 pounds, maybe 3 outside. An outside
Yes.
3.
Yes.
Boy, we haven't been here very long either.
Yes.
I hope the whole day goes like that.
Able to get him? All right.
There it is. Finally.
Good man. Yeah, bring him on out here if you can. Yeah, I'll get a shot up there, Tim.
Trusty pal.
That's a nice one.
It works.
Yes, good
About
job.
time. That's what they look like. Took me long enough.
What's that?
Big hog.
It's a big.
Yeah, big one. Yeah.
Is it a big one, you say?
Yeah, big one. Good job. Oh, you're a good one.
Can we see him at all?
Oh, man.
Good.
Oh, gee. How do you do it?
How you doing?
How do you do
Oh,
it?
that's a 7 or 8 pounder there.
Wow.
Oh, Fred, if you can.
Look at this. I'll tell you what, we have our holes in the wrong spot. That's all I can say.
Oh, this one's got a tag on it too.
A tag?
Yeah, it's got one of the DNR tags when they tag them up in the Tittabawassee River at Dow Dam.
That's a
Look
good
at
side.
that. That is, well, that's your third one.
Yeah. We'd
I don't know how the man does it.
I don't either.
We pulled a couple limits of fish.
Okay, now, we pulled a couple limits of fish. There's 4 of us here. Keith pulled this limit of fish, and there's your big one.
Yeah.
Right there. That's 5-6 pounder.
Yeah, 5-6 pounds.
Tim from his shanty pulled this limit of fish right here with one that even looks heavier.
Yeah.
Jeff,
Yeah,
you and me have nothing to show.
that's true.
That's fishing. That's the way it goes. But I tell you, we came out here on a great day. You done did it, Keith. And let me congratulate Tim. How many times before have you got your limit walleye fishing?
Never. The
Way
first
to
time.
go. Congratulations.
Thanks,
Hey,
Fred.
what a day it was.
Lois Bone from Seabuing has another award-winning recipe to try, herb-stuffed walleye. Now here's the gist of how it's made. You cook onions, celery, and mushrooms in butter, then add some herb-seasoned stuffing mix, along with some hot water, salt, pepper, and ground sage. You stir this until the mixture is moist. You spread a quarter of this stuffing on each walleye fillet, which are cut so that they're only about a 1/4 inch thick. Roll up the fillets, stand them on end in a loaf pan, and brush them with some butter. Cover with foil and bake at 350 for a half hour. Then Lois makes a mushroom sauce with mushrooms, onions, flour, salt, and pepper, blending in a cup of half and half, and finally stirring in a little Dijon mustard. Ooh, pour this delectable sauce over the stuffed walleye rolls. Oh boy, you'll be amazed at how this tastes like, well, actually like chicken and dressing. Lois Bone's award-winning stuffed walleye recipe.
Had the opportunity to do that on a few occasions. Yeah.
Have you generally regretted it? by the end of the season, or
Like I said, anytime you can get a turkey within 15 yards of you,
it'd be a
you've
good idea to
accomplished-
take it?
Well, you've accomplished an awful lot. And to even have a hen come in that close, just to have the experience of having a bird that close to you, that's
excitement
what
is
being
worth it,
in the
yeah.
woods is all about. And that's what turkey hunting is all about. Again, most of the people that go out are not going to shoot a turkey, but everybody will be successful in one way or another.